Hi, thanks for joining us for today's session of the Drawing Life Writing Workshop. Before we begin, I would just like to take the time to say, if you don't want to miss any other future videos that I have, why not subscribe to our channel and turn on that notification bell. Alright, so let's get started with today's session. Session 3 recap. What did we learn in Session 3? How to edit, the 3-step process for reviewing your book, and getting feedback. Now, what we're going to cover today is getting your book on Amazon for free, guaranteed. There's no money involved. The first thing I want to talk about is that we're not going to be talking anything about publishment. We're more going to talk about the topic of self-publishment. Now, I think self-publishment is pretty good because your book is not going to get rejected in any way. I mean, I think a lot of publishers, they will either ignore you or just let you wait for a really long time if you really submit it to a real publisher, and they might even reject you or ignore you, as I said before. So I think self-publishment is the way to go, but unless you want it in a wider market, like if you want it in bookstores, you might want to go for the publishing road. But I don't have any experience in publishing. I only have experience in self-publishing. So let's have a few tips on that. First, go to the website kdp.amazon.com, log in with your Amazon account. You're going to need an Amazon account. You're also going to need a bank account, so there's a catch. That is the site for Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, where you can submit your book. And let's see what we have here. So kdp.amazon.com, Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. So the first thing you want to do is you're probably going to get here in the Kindle Direct Publishing. Click new paperback or ebook, whatever you want. I would go for a paperback, so this is about a paperback here. Once you get in here, you get the paperback details, and choose your language, choose your book title, fill in all the details here, and you can even put a subtitle or a series name, series number if you want. And the edition, let's see, an edition number. If this is a new edition of an existing book, you can do that too. Now, if you keep going down, you would see this author. Your paperback should have at least one author or primary contributor. As you can see, I put my name, or you could put more contributors, which means that, co-authors, more thing. And you could put also your description of the book, which will appear at the back of the book and on the Amazon page. And what I want you to do here is to write down your description of the book. Then you want to select that description and copy it. We'll save that for later. Now, publishing rights. I own the copyright, and I hold the necessary publishing rights. I own the copyright, because if this is a public domain work, anybody could just enter it and make changes to it. You don't want that. So then you can put keywords. You can choose up to 7 keywords. I think this is an optional thing. Let's continue. Publication date. You could put it. The date could be anywhere from today up to yesterday. So anywhere in the Gregorian calendar up to today. You can't put it in the future. You can only put the date in the past. That's what I found. And now, the trim size. The trim size is pretty important. You will want the trim size that you have put in your Word file, or whatever that you've put in your Word file. And I think what I went for my novel, A Doorway to Magic, is 5x8. There's many sizes. Standard novel size, I think you could choose any size you want. It doesn't matter at all. But I think the standard size for a lot of people is either 5x8 or 6x9. So yeah, that's what you could go for. 5x8 is pretty large already. So yeah. Then there's the interior and paper type. You want a black and white interior, or black and white interior with white paper or cream paper. I would go for cream paper, unless it's maybe like an instructional book. Maybe you want a white paper, but cream paper, I think it just looks better. And a color interior, you will only get white paper. So yeah. Then you want to set your bleed settings. This is if you have any images inside your book that go all the way to the edge. So if there's no bleed, you can press no bleed, but if there's a bleed, then yeah. Then there's a cover finish. I would usually go for glossy, but you can go for matte if you want. I might cover this in another video if you want, but we're on the clock here, so let's continue. All right, so upload your paperback manuscript and And then we're gonna go to cover creator. All right, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about the cover creator right now. When you open the cover creator, they'll give you a lot of stock photos, but if you have created your own cover, maybe you drew your own cover or anything, I have a couple videos on creating a cover, so you can go check that out on my channel. But for now, you can put this on there. You could even put your author picture over there on the black part. That's the back cover. And here is where you need to paste your description into the back cover right here. Yeah, that's what I would do anyway. You don't want to retype everything over again, and then they will also give you a barcode. They would assign you a barcode if you press it at the very beginning. So yeah. Then then we would go back to the pricing. All right, and but I just want to say let's go back a little bit to I'm going back on the slides here to this scene. Let's see, before you finish, I think you should launch the previewer. I think you have to launch the previewer. Yeah, so launch the previewer, approve the stuff that they tell you to do, and if there's any, like, bleeds or anything, then you have to fix that now. So this is the part that takes the longest time. And when you launch the previewer, it may take a while, so be patient. Now I'm gonna skip through all this stuff and go back to hit that publish button. But right before that, I do want to talk a little bit about pricing. I would say that the catch on KDP is that you don't get much royalty, and even if you put it at like $4.99 USD, they will give you like 0.67 cents. Yeah, and because the printing and a whole lot of stuff go there. So I think $4.99 is a good price to start with. That's what I would start with anyway, and you could request a proof copy if you would. I think that's a copy that would get to your house, and then what makes it different from the real copy is that there's a watermark on it. It says not for resale. So yeah, then hit that publish button, and you are all ready to go. Now, I do want to say a few things on KDP. First thing is that their print quality is very good. You should definitely go for this one, and you have to have an Amazon account to publish. I think I talked about that before. And money from royalties will only come in after 60 days of the shipping. So if you bought a book today, the money will only come in 60 days later. And if anybody bought a book tomorrow, it would come in 61 days later. And yeah, so if we're talking about today, so if someone buys a book tomorrow, then it will just take another 60 days. So yeah. That was why. And your book needs to be more than 100 pages to have a spine. So if you're looking to have a spine, you need to have more than 100 pages. So yeah, I think that's it. And the back cover will always remain black. You can't put a back cover. I don't think so, from what I've seen. So KDP is definitely where I would go. And by the way, a hardcover edition is unavailable. KDP only prints paperbacks. And KDP is definitely where I would go instead of CreateSpace. I haven't tried CreateSpace yet, but KDP is good. You should definitely try it out. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about how to spread the word. So, a few tips on how to spread the word. I would go for social media is a great place to start with. And there's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube especially. I'm on YouTube. I love YouTube. I love using YouTube, and YouTube is a great way to upload your videos. And yeah, you should definitely Instagram and these places are really good places to spread the word about your new book. And if you want to do some blogging on your book, like maybe the behind the scenes stuff, you should definitely use what I use, WordPress. I use WordPress right now, and it's working really well for me. But if you want a website for your book, a dedicated website to your book, I think there are two places that I would go to if I wanted a dedicated website to my book. One is Wix, and the other is Squarespace. So I would definitely go for that. And that's it. Thank you for watching the Drawing Life Writing Workshop. I really hope it helped you in some way of learning my process of making a novel. This is definitely not something that everyone does. This is just my process. I wanted to share it with you, and hopefully you got some tips and tricks out of it, and I hope you found it useful. And if you want to share, feel free to share, and if you share on social media, hashtag it, The Drawing Life, or the Drawing Life Workshop, TDL Workshop. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the future videos. I have a drawing channel on YouTube. All of my sessions of this writing workshop will be on my channel. There's a full playlist of the 4 sessions below where you can go check it out. But until the next time, we'll see you in the next video.